His image hovers over the scratch tickets at the local convenience store. It's framed up behind the register at the box lunch sandwich shop. From time to time, it even stares out from art gallery walls.
Everything's all right in P-Town.
Mostly, though, you'll find Freddie Rocha out and about on the streets of Provincetown, bumming smokes.
Hey, give me a cigarette, yeah.
Or breaking out in song.
Smile, you're on camera.
Freddie Rocha is the patron saint of Commercial Street.
Much like the Andrew Wyeth painting, Christina's World, Commercial Street truly is Freddie's world.
I know you.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
And he gets along here, and he, people know him, and he's a beloved character. He's a beloved fixture here.
We ain't got time now for coffee. We have to go on a mission.
We're on a mission, okay.
Yeah.
Have fun.
A few years ago, photographer David Chick began taking pictures of Freddie. He had no idea that someday he'd be taking him in.
Pull it over. That is a Band-Aid. That is a temporary fix.
A few months ago, Freddie was evicted from his lifelong home. There was talk of sending him to a homeless shelter in Hyannis. Chick couldn't bear to see that happen.
I believe that he deserves better. He's a human being, and this is his town, and there are no services.
Chick has devoted himself to finding a way to keep Freddie here in his hometown, calling social services, appealing to town agencies.
This is Freddie's world. He's lived here his whole life. I would believe, entitled to be living here.
Hi, Freddie.
Freddie's past is a mystery. Some say there was a brain injury many years ago.
I was a fisherman, I was a lawyer, I was a steeplejack warrior.
Whatever happened, Freddie has found his safe place, up and down Commercial Street.
P-Town is a small town, and one of the beautiful things about a small town is how we take care of each other. And we all take care of Freddie.
Never promised you a rose garden.
From time to time, Freddie is invited into the West End Salon for a trim by owner Doug Freeman.
I've known him for over 40 years. We spiff him up, we give him a few dollars, we give him a cup of coffee, we give him a kind word.
I kind of feel like he's like our shaman, He's got a different way of looking at things.
Misha Richter is a photographer living in Brooklyn, but he grew up here.
So I've known Freddie all my life. Everyone in town knows Freddie. He's kind of a character, as I'm sure you've found out. He's a hustler, man.
$30 or $40.
You gotta respect the tenacity.
If Freddie has attained a pseudo-celebrity status here in P-Town, it is due in no small part to Richter. You see, he used Freddie as a model in a photo spread for British Esquire magazine.
They asked me if I would do a fashion story with Timberland sponsoring it. I said yes, but I didn't want to use a sort of pretty model.
Freddie's an inspiration to me. He never stops. He's kind of like the Energizer Bunny in a yellow rain slicker.
Julie Grandy owns the Box Lunch, a popular sandwich shop closed for the season. David Chick's portrait of Freddie takes pride of place behind her register.
And he's kind and he's caring, and the other day he insisted on buying me a cup of coffee. He, with a couple of dollars, I think I probably gave him an hour before.
You put those on, try those.
When Freddie is presented with new boots donated by the Lower Cape Outreach Council, he tries to give one pair to Chick.
He buys 2 of everything. He bought 2 little lobster rolls. He said, 1 for me, 1 for you. And my heart really, opened up to him. I don't want to cry on camera here. This isn't Barbara Walters, right? But, he's a very generous, big-hearted guy.
In the meantime, Freddie's fans continue their fight to find him housing, convinced Provincetown will lose another piece of its soul if Freddie is shipped off to a homeless shelter 50 miles away.
I feel like the town owes it to him. Maybe I'm being naive there, but I think taking Freddie out of this town will just be a travesty.
I think that Freddie is almost like a Paul Bunyan or a Johnny Appleseed. To me, Freddie he will become like folklore.
What a story. Freddie's siblings no longer live in P-Town, and they say they couldn't afford the upkeep and taxes on the family home. In addition, they worried about Freddie's safety all alone. A brother in Connecticut says they consulted with social services, who said little could be done as long as Freddie lived independently in the house. He's currently on a housing list in Provincetown, but the wait could be years. A GoFundMe campaign for him has raised more than $7,000.